New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. William Conway Broyles, the happily married longtime music director of Hodges Boulevard Presbyterian Church in Jacksonville, Florida, stunned his neighbors and churchgoers when he confessed to taking the life of his wife, daughter, and one of his two adult sons in their home Wednesday morning, but told police that he was too scared to take his own life. Quote, "It doesn't make sense when you look at the whole circumstances of what we believe happened. It's just a senseless act." When he was asked why he just didn't do it himself to himself, he said that he was too scared to do that. And that was stated by Nassau County Sheriff Bill Lapierre. Broyles, age 57, reportedly called 911 at about 7:15 a.m. to alert police about what he did at the home to his family. Quote, "The suspect was lying down in the driveway unarmed, waiting on them. Later on, he told us that he wounded each of them and that there were multiple victims, and he wanted to make sure that they just didn't suffer." Discovered the minister's wife, Candace Lynn Broyles, age 57, deceased in the living room, while his daughter, Kara Lynn Broyles, age 27, was deceased in her bedroom as she was waking up. His son, Aaron Christopher Broyles, age 28, was found deceased in his bedroom and his door was broken down. Quote, "He, Broyles, then went back to get another weapon, came back, and then took the life of his son." The case remains under investigation, but police state that they have a pretty good idea of what happened without elaborating further. Hodges Boulevard Presbyterian Church did not immediately respond to calls for comment for the Christian Post on Friday. In a statement on the website, the church urged prayers for the Broyles family. It is unclear where the minister's other son, Evan Broyles, was at the time of the incident. Quote, "It is with tremendous sadness that I report to you that as of Wednesday morning, Bill Broyles, our director of music, confessed to the harming of his family. Bill has been part of our church staff for over 23 years, and this was completely out of character for him. We mourn this devastating loss to the church, Bill's remaining family, and the larger community. We ask that you hold the members of the Broyles family, our church family, and Bill himself in your prayers regarding this tragedy." A virtual bond hearing Thursday, Broyles appeared barefoot and was dressed in a safety smock to prevent an attempt. Broyles was charged with 3 counts of second-degree murder. A judge also denied him of bond and ordered him to appear in court again on December 31st. According to his church, Broyles is a trained industrial engineer who, prior to this incident, worked with the aerospace and medical device industries for many years. He was driven by a passion for music, as well as, in accordance to the church, believed that music was created by God for his glory, and that the church stands as a witness to the grace and lordship of Jesus when our music glorifies him in worship and life. In an archive page on the church's website, Broyles was further described as a happily married for 30 years to Candace, and they have 3 children, sons Evan and Aaron, and daughter Kara, along with 3 crazy corgi puppies. In his free time, Bill enjoys all types of outdoor activities, reworking older cars, and home and garden projects. The reason why I read off that last part is because I wanted you guys to understand how they like to frame a lot of things, right? Here you have this very tragic incident that took place to the Broyles family by way of the father. And they still wanted to add in that, hey, he likes gardening, he likes working on, old cars, He loves working on the home. He has, puppies. He loves, God, and, praising Jesus, and he loves the gospel and the word. They still wanted to put all of those things in there. The church didn't have any bad words to say, right? They were like, hold him, in your prayers, pray for the family, pray for him, as well, throughout this tragedy. There's no reason at all that you should be praying for somebody who deliberately decided, hey, I'm going to go out here and do this negative action that is not only going to affect myself, not only affect my family, not only affect the community, but it's also going to affect the church as well. He decided to commit to that act, and you're still talking about hold him in your prayers. Are you serious? Like I said, this is where I get horribly confused with the church, because this guy committed something. He committed an act that you're not even supposed to do. You're not supposed to take the life of somebody else, right? And you're not even supposed to potentially even contemplate doing that exact same thing to yourself. But yet again, as which was asked directly to him, instead of just doing all of this and causing all of this nonsense to take place, all of this loss of life, why not just do this to yourself? And he was like, I was too scared to. So you mean to tell me that you have all of the heart in the world to go after the people that mean the utmost to you, that love you unconditionally, that have been with you through sickness, through good health, and everything like that? You could have been on your last dollar. All of those people, all three of your kids and your wife would have been there for you, would have supported you, would have helped you out. And you mean to tell me that the closest people to you are the ones that you decided that, hey, I have to do this? And you can't even give a valid excuse. You couldn't even just sit up there and say like, oh, well, I had a mental lapse. I went crazy. The devil made me do it. I heard voice. He couldn't even give some type of off the wall reasoning, even though we know that it wouldn't have made sense. Still, he couldn't even give something to the reason for the loss of life here. This, like I said, this is ridiculous. Church people, I don't know what to tell y'all. Every single time that I decide that I just want to, hey, let me just, jump online, let me just see what's happening, bam, I'm inundated with stories about the church. It don't matter if it's a pastor, don't matter if it's the church itself, don't matter if it's, somebody who's a part of the flock. It don't matter if it's somebody a part of the 1% of the congregation. It don't matter who it is. There's always a story out there about the church. But it's like it's amazing how all of the church people seemingly don't, know anything about these stories. But they know everything about everybody else's business. Ain't that something? That's the one thing I learned about, church. When it comes to the church, the main thing that people know is the word, and they know everybody else's business. They'll know if somebody is brand new. They'll know if somebody's been, with the congregation for a while. They'll know who the person is dating, who they seeing, if they not dating, who they into, who they not into. They'll know all of that stuff. But when it comes to actually knowing what is truly going on with the church itself, magically, they don't know. Oh, I didn't know nothing. I didn't hear nothing about that. Like I said, it's always, no matter what church I've gone to, there's always gossip. It's the craziest thing, and that's the main thing that you're not supposed to be doing. But this is what happens when people don't mind their own business. Everybody got their own business to mind, but church people choose to sit up there and mind everybody else's business but their own. But then start getting offended when people start getting into their business. And now they want to start talking about the scriptures and all of this and start being holier than thou, right? But like I said before, look at this. This man was a part of a church for 23 years, happily married for 30. And he decided to magically do this for whatever reason that he decided not to give, and then stated that he was just too afraid to do it to himself. And note that if he would have, let's say, sought help, or he would have performed some other type of action, all of these people would have still been alive. they would have still been able to affect people's lives in a positive way. But he decided that he wanted to cut that short and that he was judge, jury, and executioner. Like I said, it's crazy. No prayers need to go out for him. It's over for him. He's locked up. He ain't never going to sit up there and see the time of day ever again. And he has to live with the fact that that's something that he decided to sit up there and do. Every single waking moment that he spends in that jail or in that prison for the rest of his life, he's going to be reliving that moment of the day that his whole life changed because of the actions that he decided to commit to. Like I said, I'm tired of churches out here talking about we're going to pray for him. Don't be praying for nobody who decided to commit to acts like that. That's crazy. That's the most backwards type of thing that you can decide to sit up there and do. But like I said, church is backwards in general. So I guess this is all going in the right direction. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.